Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Scramble from Emotional Crypto Trading, and today I would like to talk about how I made $100 a day with Turbo on PrimeXBT. I'm going to walk you through my strategy, the way you can also implement it, test it out and see if it works for you. I'm going to talk about it totally transparent. We did a demo account right here on PrimeXBT to showcase a video series of tutorials regarding this platform. The first thing you gotta do is make sure you have an account, you have signed up, so feel free to use the link located in the description area or comments area to get bonuses on your deposit plus have less fees on your trading activity. So here we go guys, once you are creating your account, you are logged in, you know this Turbo right here, which you must be familiar with, the way it works. If you're not familiar on the way it works, I have a YouTube video about this on my channel. This video is not explaining what Turbo is. This video is explaining how to make money with Turbo, right? So make sure you look at the other video which explains it for the beginners. It's on my channel regarding Turbo. Great, so let's get into the topic guys. I'm gonna pull up my strategy on how I made $100 a day, but also why did I stop a couple of days after. Now, having in mind that there are a couple of important things to know. You need 4 correct trades, if we call them trades or activities, out of 5 to be in profit. If you have only 3 out of 5, you're not going to be in profit with Turbo because it pays 65% for every single activity that has the result of a winner, and it takes away all which has the result of a loss, 100% that you're putting in. So this is not going to work for beginners guys. I mean, you can test it out with baby money and play around it and joke for entertainment purposes if you're a beginner into the trading area. But this is not going to work out because it's very difficult, guys. Or anyone that is not having deep technical analysis knowledge, just simply stay away from this. This is, not something you should really get into as expert or anything such, because it's more likely a way of entertaining people around, or probably for marketing purposes. These guys from PrimeXBT introduced such a thing to be different than other exchanges or so. But however, this is quite difficult to do in long term, and it's something I wouldn't suggest you by working and putting all your resources in an activity which is less beneficial and less profitable than the regular trading guys. So just like I said, each trade represents minus 100% if you lose it, or plus 65% if you're winning it. If you do 4 trades that are correct, you're going to make 260% profit with a single loss, because we do out of 5, you have minus 100%, so minus 100% compared to 260 profit, you will end up with 160% pure profit after 4 out of 5. That's what you need. If it's 5 out of 5, that's amazing, but I didn't find anything to work 5 out of 5. So, you'll see my results as well, but it's not possible to have 5 out of 5. It's more likely very difficult to have 4 out of 5 as well. My strategy means that you need to look at a technical analysis charts on a different website than what they show here on PrimeXBT, in the way they show with either line or candlesticks and the way they work out. I mean, it's just not really something that I would suggest out. Even though I use trading.com, that is the place I'm definitely suggesting you to go out there. This is a free website that you can use to read the charts. Technical analysis needs to be done here. So you want to search for the pair of BTC, which is paired up with the US dollar, and I went with the Bitstamp exchange. When you put here BTC and US dollar, it's going to pull up all the exchanges out there on the market. I went with the first one, always Bitstamp, right? So that is the first case scenario. We have the charting representation on candlestick as price action. The next step that we have to do is select the time frame, which is right here, and you got to go with 5 minutes. So that is what the strategy works on: 5-minute candlestick charts, and trade only 15-minute duration Turbo, right? If you go with that, so no 10-minute here on the settings, always 15 minutes for your selection. If you go like that, then the strategy is going to work out. Getting back to the things, you need an indicator that you have to introduce on the price section on trading.com charts. The indicator is called GMA RSX clone by Lazy Bear. This is an indicator which can be found right here at the top. You have indicators. You gotta pretty much go to the search one here and write GMA. It's gonna pull out RSX clone Lazy Bear. It has a few thousands of likes. You click on it and it's going to add it to your image. And it's the one located right here down below with this red line. Now this indicator shows us the overbought and the oversold areas. When the market is overbought, then we're expecting that it's going to start decreasing. So whatever is above 70, and it's the upper line right here, which is having the red color, just like you can see it, it has three lines. The upper line that is at 70 score, the 50 line, which is the median line, and then the 30 line, which is the lower line on green color at 30 score, right? So what does it mean? Well, whatever is above 70 means that the market is overbought, overpurchased. Whatever is below 30 means that the market is oversold. So we're expecting from the opposite energy to start dominating, which means that the market should go in the opposite way. This is a momentum indicator very similar to the RSI, but it has less background noise. So it works better with a confirmation rate that is more efficient than the RSI. RSX is a similar pattern and indicator compared to RSI. Going towards, guys, as soon as you understood the overbought and oversold, you know that when it's overbought, it's kind of very high. It has been purchased a lot, and the momentum shows us that the market needs to go down, at least for a short term, because we look at the 5-minute candlestick. So what you got to do at that time is pretty much change the limit to 75 instead of 70 for your top line into the settings area of the indicator. So simply put your mouse here, very close to the title, on the top left corner of the indicator, and you have here the setting button, this little logo. You want to click on that one, make sure you are in the inputs, and then you have the OB level, overbought level, 70 set automatically. You got to put this on 75. Once you put it on 75, you click OK. So your top level is going to 75, and whatever is crossing and going above 75 is only an indicator to select the down on the price of your turbo trade. Right? So whenever the market is going above 75, what we do is we trade down on 15 minutes. This is the strategy, which means that we are overbought and we trade it down for the upcoming 15 minutes period. It's hard for the market to go above 75 only when the bulls are exhausted. They've been in heavy activity involved. So they reach into the overbought feeling and momentum. And now the bears are taking control of the market and they start dominating it for the next period. So it's great to go down from there. This is the way I did, guys. And I'm hoping it all makes sense to you right now. Now, let's take a look at some of the examples that we have here, because a lot of the times the market is not going above 75. This is not happening every other minute, just like you can see. And this is happening pretty rarely, maybe a couple of times a day. And that's totally fine, because, you know, turbo is not something you can make $1 million today and then tomorrow just simply get rid of it. Turbo is something that is fueling your greedy side of human being that is not helping you at all in trading activity. So stay away, for those of you which are not enough experienced to handle the entire set of human being emotions which are triggered at time of trading. Stay away, guys. First, get education on how to trade regular, make money, and do this for entertainment, because it's not gonna work otherwise. This is my suggestion. If you want to find out how to learn and become a professional trader, as I've been trading since 2014, make sure you check out scramblecoaching.com, which is my private coaching program website where I'm explaining how it works. You can find out more. There is a video talking about it, and you can learn directly one-on-one on Skype calls from me from A to Z how to become a professional trader. And then at some point you can talk about Turbo and experience it, because you're going to have all the knowledge, because this coaching is basically teaching you how to trade from A to Z, starting from the fundamentals until the last steps of understanding the movements of the market. We're going to be more than 1 month together and do the entire learning process with live tradings and everything that is necessary. However, let's get back to the things that we are here as a purpose. One of the first times I see the RSX staying above 75 and crossing the top line is right here. I've just marked it. You see, the RSX is pretty much going to 78. Yes. Now that means it is time to say down on the price action on Turbo. If we say here down, take a look where we are. This is where we are with the pricings where I have encircled. Now from there, if we would like to see the results of this trade, we just have to see what happened in 15 minutes, because that is the duration of our trade, right? So I'm gonna, zoom in more here to be a little more accurate. We're gonna take the measure tool, we're gonna put it here when we are already above, and see what's happening in 15 minutes. This is the 15-minute representation. Take a look at that. I'm measuring right now what happened on the market. It was minus 39.97, which means the price of BTC, it has decreased 40 bucks, which is 0.40%. 3 bars, each bar is 5 minutes, totally 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, the price has decreased 0.40%. We went down because we know we're in the overbought. This is a strategy. As soon as it's crossing 75, we go down. Beautiful. 15-minute results. We're in profit with this. Great. That's the strategy, guys. Just gonna, look at other scenarios here that we had during this time. Let me see if it was any certain time we have crossed. Here we have crossed little. We went to 77, right? Look at that. We went to 77 here. $77, it is above 76. So we should have entered into the form of down. That's where I was at. 15-minute, lower. Again, 15-minute representation on the charts, lower from the price we have entered. It's minus 11% on the candlestick, guys. Beautiful. As well as the RSX is pretty much decreasing. Another working one. And we don't have any other right here. We do have one more at this time. Let's take a look at it. Just, going back into the history to find more and more and show you examples. Beautiful. So I zoomed in enough. This is the time we go. This is basically the time we are touching on that candlestick. 15-minute, even if you enter from here, it doesn't matter, because 15-minute is going to be around this candlestick. So you look at that. The price has been even at 1% difference on the 15-minute still. The price have moved a lot. It's lower, obviously, than what you have purchased. And this has been a successful trade, guys, on the 15-minute side. Another one right here, it's not crossing, it's exactly at the limit. But we have a crossing guy over here. Again, This is where we enter. We look for 15-minute, 10, another one is needed, 15-minute. Again, red one price is decreasing, RSX is going down. Just like you can see, the market is not really staying on highs when RSX is going above 75 because it's overbought, guys. It's a clear signal that the bulls are not capable to hold off enough. Going towards the next example, and I want to find a trade which is in a loss. This one is going to be in a loss because the RSX is not just breaking out, forming a sharp top and then going down just like it did in many other cases. The RSX is staying above the 75 limit quite a lot, and that's basically the time you're going to lose because RSX is going to sit over there and pretty much have the price action increasing towards. This is the time such a trade would represent a loss. Like 15-minute is obviously upwards. So this is the time the market is showing you a loss in such a trade. We had 3 winnings, 1 and 1 loss so far. That is the strategy, guys. That's the way it works, by taking basically the time of the last day and last hours and looking at those charts, just like we did. Going back to my representation, this is what I did as my results. 14 actions correct out of 17. I did 17 type of trades like this. It resulted 14 times 65% profit. I made 910% profit. I had 3 losses, which equaled with minus 300%. This type of activity was done somewhere in February 2020, a couple of months ago. Today is May 9th. And I decided to put out a video regarding this as per our collaboration with PrimeXBT on tutorial video series that I do. Had 3 losses, minus 300%, so you cut your losses out of your profits. I ended up on 610% pure profit by doing this activity in 2 days, 610%. Now, why did I stop after 2 days? And this is going to be a big question people would look to get some answers. By making 610% on 2 days, wow, that's not really amazing. That shouldn't be something you should stop, right? Considering the risk, and this is my response, considering the risk and reward ratio as per resources involved, it is an activity less beneficial, financially speaking, than regular trading, right? So that's my response, guys. And it's more likely a general one. I would like to get into every single detailed explanation here. There is a risk and reward ratio whenever you do such a trade, which is pretty much taking everything from you when you lose it and giving you a limited amount of profit. And that's not something I enjoy. I don't like to work with limited amounts of profits conditioned by the exchange at 65%. Because the regular trading allows me to do unlimited amount of money as soon as I decide to close down my trade. So what about this? What about this? Why would I be limited to 65% as a concept? There's no reason for you to be limited at 65%. That's already a sort of a way red flag. Bad. Other things related to this. You need to predict for certain duration, 10 or 15 minutes. You have no mobility into that. And that's another problem, because sometimes you are not possible to predict during those 10 or 15 minutes the high volatility. So you're just going to waste time looking at the markets for a week, not finding any good entry. I tell you, not finding any good entry. Other thing, you are again conditioned to activities that are very limited. Duration, profits, all these details and features of Turbo are conditioning you to fix results. It's the concept that is against trading in regular people that is pretty much looking after full and total freedom, guys. This is not gonna be able to work out on long term at all. Resources involved, a lot of resources. You have to look at the 5-minute candlestick charts, looking after entries continuously. You gotta spend your day in front of the computer. So time involved, there is a lot of the time. What is this 610% profit talking about? Well, I have a feeling, and I would say, like, if I would have done this not for 2 days, if I would have done this for 10 days, I wouldn't have made any profits on the entire 10-day scenario. Because at some point, the resources that you need to put into this job are higher than the profits. So, not worth it, guys. Totally not worth it. There's no future for this. And considering by taking those resources and putting them into the regular trading with leverage or without leverage, with margin or without margin, doesn't really matter. I make tons of money in any other business, guys. This has been a test just to see how PrimeXBT Turbo works out. And I would pretty much have a dislike for this service. I don't like it. My personal opinion, I don't like it. It is not gambling, but it does look like gambling. And it does feel like you're gambling due to the fact that it's extremely limited on possibilities and it's pretty much set in the most difficult way for people to make money. So stay away or just test it out and have a nice fun. That's all I could say. No other things. For those who are looking to become professional traders, make sure you check out scramblecoaching.com. Hit the like button in the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. I'm putting out a lot of the content constantly. I have all the resources in my comments area and description area. You have to look out my technical analysis channel in the description area. If you search Scramble Paul on YouTube, you'll find my technical analysis channel where I talk about everything related to Ethereum, Bitcoin, technical data every single day. So we're trying to become professional traders, and that is basically where I'm standing with the education. Since 2014, I'm trading full-time cryptocurrency and I'm living from this activity. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Feel free to watch my other videos, and we'll talk to you soon.